Well, then, with your amazing storytelling skills, can you refresh the audience on what the term affirmative defense means?
I do my best, but we actually have a real lawyer here, and he can backfill what I miss. An affirmative defense is when you do not contest the commission of the underlying deed. For example, killing a person and claiming it was done in self-defense is a classic example of an affirmative defense. The accused admits, yeah, I shot the son of a bitch, but he asserts it was in self-defense. And then the burden shifts to the accused, usually by a much lesser standard, to prove that the act was done in self-defense. And there are many affirmative defenses. Not guilty by insanity is another example of an affirmative defense. But yes, you put yourself at the mercy when you assert an affirmative defense because you can't really assert it without saying, yeah, I done it. But Chance, can you make it gooder than what I've done?
Gooder.
No, can't make a gooder. That sounds pretty textbook to me.
Now, I've heard that you have thought about for years that nobody succeeds in overturning a state conviction in federal habeas court due to the Anti-Terrorism and Effective Death Penalty Act of 1996. This is the second time that Arizona statute has been overturned in habeas proceedings in federal court. Now, can you admit that people do win?
Yeah, occasionally they do. This despite the fact that Representative Henry Hyde and the Newt Gingrich crowd really totally gutted federal habeas in 1996 when they passed the AEDPA. But nonetheless, the panel concluded that under the standards set forth by the AEDPA, the Arizona Court of Appeals decision upholding Baganski's conviction therefore involved an objectively unreasonable application of the legal principles clearly set forth in decisions of the U.S. Supreme Court, which is what you have to show. Is it can't be an appellate level decision. It has to be from the highest court of the land. In the district court's analysis, Arizona had created a regime in which everyone starts out guilty and law enforcement decides who has to prove himself innocent.